My name is Bernard Peyton, and this is my wife, Neilja.
Hi.
We're with the California Center for Economic Initiatives. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to establish a vocational school to train marine service technicians. Our program is designed to run in 20-week cycles. That's 20 weeks of all day, 5 days a week, hands-on intensive training in marine service and maintenance. And we want to tell them about the Inner City Youth Boating Association?
We also have the Inner City Youth Boating Association, which is a weekend and after-school program for children 12 to 17 rather, where we take them fishing and camping and exposing them to the marine world.
And so now we're going to tour the facility here at 250 Central Avenue in the heart of Compton.
That's correct.
All right, let's go.
This facility was originally built. Want to go ahead and get anything?
Go ahead.
This facility was originally built as a restaurant by a man named Dave Briggs. The building was built in 1986. We're entering now what was the kitchen area. Now we're going to transform this kitchen into the break room for the staff and participants in the training program. All this stuff will come out. All this kitchen stuff will come out and just be. We'll have vending machines and microwaves and, you know, this typical stuff that you find in a break room. Okay?
Yeah. And one of the things that's nice, when I neglected to mention, is that the building was vandalized. It was vacant for a number of years, it was vandalized, so there's extensive work that needs to be done here.
Yeah. Okay. Our plan is to take this wall out, eliminate this hallway here that leads into the main, what was the main dining room area. To take this wall out, and in this area, from this wall here over to the outside wall, this area back here, we want to turn into a computer lab. For kids in the neighborhood who don't have access to computers at home, they could come here after school and use these computers to do their homework, as well as be used by the participants in the training program to access any technical information that they would need. This room will remain basically an open space, a community room, you know, and there'll be a place where the kids can come after school and on weekends to just hang out and be just a safe haven. You know?
Right now you literally work on boat motors, right?
I literally work on boat motors. I literally work on boats.
And you're going to
all boat systems.
And you're going to train youth.
I'm going to train at-risk youth, veterans, and other unemployed or underemployed individuals to be marine service technicians so that they can earn a living for themselves and their family.
And of course, the facility needs a lot of repairs, right?
That's true. That's true. Above us here is a deck that leads off of another room that we'll see later upstairs. And that deck is in dire need of repair. The water just runs in here. And it's just kind of soaking the insulation and it's all falling down in there. The plumbing has been ripped out by the vandals where the main water line comes in over here. There's about 80 feet of inch and a quarter copper pipe that has to be put back in order to have running water, you know, get the bathrooms back online and the sinks and basins in the other bathrooms.
Bernard, what is your estimate for rehabbing this facility?
We're probably looking for just this building, to get this building repaired and built out to our needs. We're looking at the neighborhood of between $250,000 to $300,000. Well, let's hop upstairs before we go. Up these stairs, there is another large hall that could be used for other types of training, or we were thinking of maybe being able to do something physical with the kids so that they can do something physical, maybe martial arts or yoga.
Yeah, this is a big room here. Yeah,
something to get them physically active. You know, get them some exercise their bodies as well as their minds. The site is a little over 100,000 square feet, or a little over 2 acres. This building itself is 10,000 square feet.
Okay. Go ahead.
Here we have a suite of offices that we will use for staff offices. There's 3 of these rooms. One of them's in pretty bad shape because it's underneath this roof area, which we'll see in a minute. And you can see the damage here that has to be repaired. That roof is angled the wrong way. And it has created a problem here where the water runs in under the door and has virtually destroyed this area here.
And right now you're sumping out the water with using.
Yeah, we use marine bilge pumps because this water comes in at such a pace. It's like a waterfall when it rains, when we get a big rain. So we use these coolers to catch the water, and then we got these bilge pumps with automatic switches on them.
Okay.
So that when we get over 2 inches of water in either of these coolers, the pump automatically comes on and it pumps it out.
Invented. And this is your main office right here.
Yeah, this is my office.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Okay, this area up here, this is that area I was pointing out to you from inside. See how the water has damaged that? That'll all have to be repaired. This whole roof will have to come off. And what we need to do is change the slope of it so that the water runs away from it, from the door area. And we'll have to put in some new scuffers. These scuffers are too high. We got 2 or 3 inches of water here before the water begins to even run off the scuffer hole. This roof is going to need some pretty extensive repair. There's several panels of wood, the plywood or composite wood that's been waterlogged and it's literally coming undone inside. So we've got about 1 million little small zip, 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 zip type leaks in there that needs to be.
And so the rehab budget would help repair all of this.
That's exactly right.
And what do you want to do in the back area back here?
Well,
back where the boats are.
Okay, you see the white boat that sits parallel to us right there?
Yes.
That's where the paved lot ends. We're paved from the street all the way back to there. And that's about half of the property. On the other half back there's unpaved. So what we're looking to do in the future is, another phase of our development here is to construct a large metal building similar to the one next door here. It's a steel fabrication company over there. We'd like to fabricate, put a building of that type on that entire area back there. And what that would do is would give us inside storage for some of our premium clients with the premium RVs and boats that would be willing to pay a premium to be able to keep their equipment inside. And that could greatly offset the maintenance of the property.
Okay.
Once we're up and going, that the income from that type of storage. Now it's not just storage. Let me make this point. It's not just storage. These are people who believe in our program, who agree under maintenance agreements, is what we call them. Not rental contracts, but maintenance agreements. We maintain the vehicles and their vessels on the property. We're allowed to use them in our training program, so that we don't just we get to work on all types of vessels and RVs.
And that could help generate income.
That could help generate that helps generate income.
So
that keeps the lights on and the water on, and would give us funds to have a maintenance person to help us keep the place up, keep the grass cut, keep the trash picked up, keep the building clean.
And also, two of the other programs that Bernard hasn't mentioned is that because the systems in RVs are very similar to, or like the systems in the larger boats, with the galleys and the heads, we also plan to do cross-training in the system in repairs and maintenance of RV systems, so that someone who has the training can work on either RVs or the boats.
Because the boats what we're targeting here is we're trying to create entrepreneurs, mobile service technicians who will be working on the larger boats that are in the slips in the marina areas here, right? And those boats, like my wife said, are much like these RVs. They've got galleys, they've got heads, they've got plumbing, issues to deal with.
So the skills can be transferred.
So the skills are easily transferable.
Excellent.
This area originally was a banquet hall when this was a restaurant. That's a nice open space with lots of light, the skylights and that. But this is going to be our classroom/lab. The idea, what we have designed, is to have 2 rows of workstations, one on either wall, 2-man workstations. And down the center, we're going to build labs, what we call labs, which will be cutaways of boats. And they'll be featured on 1 Mercruiser drivetrain, 1 Volvo Penta drivetrain, and an OMC drivetrain, so that we'll be able to gather around these various labs, as we call them, or models, and be able to explain the various components, the various systems in them, and will allow the students then to actually get in there and change a bilge pump or troubleshoot a hydraulic system, you know, and or troubleshoot an ignition system, tune an engine, make the necessary adjustments to make it function and function properly.
So you put a lot of your own money, you and Neilja have put a lot of your own money into equipment for this facility, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. All of this equipment, you know, a lot of these tools and stuff I had in my business as the boat doctor, you know. But once we started this program, before we moved to this site, we was actually functioning, you know. And then we invested thousands of dollars more in tools, because you got to have more than one set of wrenches when you're dealing with multiples of people. You know, you've got to have more than one of everything.
Right.
You need multiples of everything when you're dealing with groups of people doing the similar or same thing. Now this is all parts. This is all parts. Most of it is usable, particularly as lab pieces. You know, even if they don't work. You know, you can put a part in the hand of a student, you know, and have him disassemble it and reassemble it just as an exercise, you know.
And see, just so to clarify a point, the program is going to be running for 20 weeks. The first couple of weeks will be spent indoctrinating these individuals to the language of boating, the terminology. They need to know about from the stern, the starboard port. They have to understand the language, and that will be the lecture portion. Then it gets into the hands-on. These will not be virtual classrooms. These will be classes where they're actually physically working on boats.
This boat looks like my old whaler, my old Boston whaler that I used to have. I love it. I love it. Brings back old memories.
That's the boat that we're currently using in the youth program.
Okay.
We can take 8 to 10 kids at a time out on this boat,
right?
You know, and be able to let them fish or what have you. This boat is a 32-foot whitewater. It's a center console fishing boat that Hurricane Andrew tossed up out of Tampa Bay and sent tumbling down the street. And it got some pretty extensive damage. As you look at the bottom there, we had several breaches in the hull where it was busted through.
And you repaired that?
Yes, I got it turned upside down, and I did all the repairs. Got the patchwork done. We're kind of at the phase now of finishing and painting the repaired areas, and then we'll be installing all of the systems. So this would be a perfect teaching project here. If we were up and running right now, you know, and I had the class here, by the time this boat is ready to be launched, every single system in the boat would have had to been installed.
So it'd be a great training program.
It would be a great training project. You know what I mean?
Once they do this project, they will know
They will know all of the systems.
Build
all of the systems. They know every system in the boat, because as you can see, it's just an empty hull right now.
Right.
You know?
And a lot of the boats that you see here were donated to us for the program, so a lot of them we are able to do very similar, although they already have some of the tools and stuff in them, some of the parts in them. They're very still at the stage where the systems need to be gone through completely.
Yes,
so they'll be able
to be taken out, repaired, and put back.
Exactly.
You know? Watch this stuff.
Oh, landmines. Engines back here.
So the recreational vehicles are parked here.
Yeah, for example, the gentleman owns the first big RV owns this boat here. So he's
okay.
It's one of the advantages is that when we get ready to take the kids out of the camping trips, we don't have to worry about who's going to arrive here at what time. Everybody meets here. They have their boat, their RVs. We all load up and we're out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes it nice and simple. It makes it easier and more
less time consuming. These people, like I said, they buy into what we're trying to do here, and they're willing to support us. Like when we go on these camping trips, and we're planning like at least three weekend camping trips over the summer when school is out. And these guys are going to come down, take their RVs, hook up their boats, and go to the lake with us.
Now this whole big section back here is about 100 yards, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to cover this, right? With
Yeah.
a steel building like this one
With the
next
steel
door?
building,
Yeah,
it's still
paved and
similar to
covered.
this.
Okay, paved and covered.
Yeah,
Paved and covered,
because in
yes.
addition to the storage, there will also be additional labs that will
Additional
be.
shops and labs will be in this space back here.
And in the future, you know, at some point hopefully the near future, we'll be doing other programs aside from the marine and the RVs. One of the things we're looking at is the solar panel installation, and the buildings that we have here, because of the layouts of the roofs, will be ideal for having solar panels installed here. Once again, hands-on training.
Yeah, this back part of the building is a south-facing roof, so it'd be excellent for morning sun.
Right.
And the front building up there has a east and west facing roof, so the afternoon sun would be, you know, it could catch the afternoon sun on that row of panels.
Wow.
And whatever, we have two boats here. This white one here and the other white one are brand new boats that were given to us. The only water that they've ever seen was rainwater. There's absolutely nothing in them.
Well, this one is powered.
Now you've powered it, yeah. But I'm just saying, when we got it,
Oh
they
yeah,
were just
they were
totally
empty holes. They were empty holes. But this one we've actually got powered up. It's turnkey. It'll turn right up, start right up. It still needs accent paint and interior. And if you want to take a quick look at it, it's a unique boat. You know, these will actually be headlights. Cold air induction is ducted through here and into the engine compartment. See, it's all molded, so all it needs is padding for the seats and the door panel. You know, what I mean, the gunnel
What kind
panel.
of power does it have?
It's powered with a Mercruiser 5.7 liter with the Alpha 1 Gen 2 stern drive.
that RV there was.
These were boarded. The whole building was boarded up when we came here. We removed the boards from the windows on the street side so that it still doesn't appear to be abandoned.
Who is
But
this?
we did put the boards.
That's
This
our,
is Asia.
That's our vision.
Security. We need your help. You know, we need to try to raise the funds to rehab the building and get these programs started. We have a dire need for these services in the community, not just our community, but the surrounding communities.
And there's a shortage of marine service technicians throughout the country. So this is something that it's very viable. There are almost 1 million boats in our state. You take a ride down to the coast, any one of the marinas. You see quite a large number of vessels there that cannot be taken, not cost effective, to take them out of the water to do just a routine service. So this is something that, as he said earlier, is very entrepreneurial. Gives them a toolbox, the tools,
Neilja,
transportation.
how long ago did we meet?
Oh my goodness, it's just a few months ago.
Just a few months ago.
Yeah.
And so we've partnered with the Compton To Catalina Program
Yes, that's
that the
correct.
Center for Environment, Commerce, and Energy has initiated. And so we're hoping that the tour program we're sponsoring this weekend will help to get more interest in boating and boating issues and ocean issues. And then this great project can hopefully be a part of something that'll help all of Compton.
Exactly.
Help the youth and help the whole area because it's right in the heart of Compton. So it could be a good training facility. Bernard, what does this facility mean to Compton?
Well, notice it's not just Compton. We're the hub city. We're right in the center of everything. You cross Greenleaf there, 3/4 of a mile away, and you're in North Long Beach.
Okay.
You know, you go a mile in this direction, and you're in Watts, or South Los Angeles. You go less than a mile in that direction, and you're in Gardena. You know, you go 2 miles in this direction, and you're in Paramount, Linwood, Lakewood. You know, we're right in the center of all of this. Wilmington is right down the road there, another 3 or 4 miles. This is Central Avenue here. It runs from the port to downtown to the courthouse. I mean, to the city hall.
Well, I'm just delighted to be partnering with the California Center for Economic Initiatives. Neilja, get in here. Delighted to be partnering with the California.
We're excited about the Compton To Catalina trips too.
Thank you very much.
Great.
We're excited to be partnered with the California Center for Economic Initiatives. And we hope the Compton To Catalina program is real successful. Thank you so much for showing me around and
Absolutely.
describing what the objectives
Absolutely.
are.
Glad to have you.
All right.
Glad to have you.